The heart of a ruler and king in one. I'll be the greatest in the books when my time in the game is done. Blade is the words I'm speaking, the handle is in my tongue. I stay posted up with the pad and the pad with a loaded pump, waiting for something coming. I'm paranoid and I'm bugging. Life's a bitch and there ain't nothing inside this life I can trust it. Alone and in my zone, only home is within my art. Had to learn the key to achieving is mental over your heart. Keep my guard out like a box, I kill them all if I gotta watch it drop and pull away. If they're saying that I won't pop up, drop another record. I check these rappers like doctors. I'm the doctor with no patience, they all die when they slaughter. Yeah, Apollo made the beat, kill all of the verses. Watch my words spin, I'm a wordsmith. The kingpin has been determined to make my earnings and make my profit. My mind, I've lost it, I've been balling. I bust it up when the pressure knocking. Finna get popping, I've been a man at the top and no one be talking. I got a very thin patience and I guarantee you do not wanna cross it. You better be cautious, pull at the top of the office. I'm on my boss shit, just so you wanna resolve shit. Boy, you end up in the coffin and dead in the closet. Bad cap and the whack rappers, I laugh at them. Sack chasing the bag on my mind, so I gotta handle them. Pussy be talking shit, then I snap and I'm back. Handing them hoes on the line, no mind, no ain't got no time and they answer them. Just back it up. Fuck your love, girl, you ain't shake that ass enough. I used to love, but now I learned it's safe and steady passing them. I'm cast as fuck, groupie on the radio, I'm past the blunt. We blow it by the O and always smoke until we trapped in the cloud. Shut it down every time that we in your city. Shit, I'm 16, still ain't nobody be fucking with me. I'm just trying to get in history, having everybody miss me. When I die, they gon' end up on my dick like they was with me. Shit, this shit is fucking crazy. Nobody fucking made me, and you don't know me, so don't tell me that I'm fucking changing. And it's the me that you don't know, don't try to fucking save me. Stay away and don't come back, I'm telling you, just for your safety. Shit. Hey, just to let y'all know one more time, I made the motherfucking beat.
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
Last time I started deleting a bunch of shit, I deleted the entire Dropbox.
I remember that.
Good time.
That's changed though, so that won't happen again. But
okay.
But that was
Johnny was like, no, stop.
That was super stressful. I won't lie. I mean, and I back up everything a lot too. So, but like, we almost lost a fresh episode. Look at this. He's ready to rock.
Room is purple.
Yeah, his room is purple.
Hell yeah.
There we go. He's ready to rock. Off rip. He's got the purple room. He's got the mic set up. The podcast set up.
You know the vibe.
This is where I record too. As a matter of fact.
Nice. That's what people need to understand.
I already respect him 99% more
than other rappers.
He got 36 chambers on vinyl right behind him.
Oh yeah, this stays right here on the piano.
That's for you, Mark.
And then I also have
yes.
Oh shit, I dropped the MIDI. But I also have Good Kid, Mad City right here by Kendrick. That's a classic.
Nice. Salute to K-Dot. He just got his little baby out here. But all right, man. We're ready to start. I already started the recording and whatnot. So I'm gonna introduce ourselves. I'm John D. Contradiction. I'm the one that's been chatting with you all the time. We got M over here, not your man's up. Respect that. I respect that.
Shut up.
Yeah, I respect that. And then we got Walko. I don't know what's going on with the back of his hair right now, but he's got something. He's got something going on.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
But yeah, man. Introduce yourself.
It's Apollo, APO, El Paso, Texas. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
we here.
Texas. Okay. All right, man. So I'm just gonna kick right into it. I'm shot as fuck, so I'm gonna be like veering off into conversations, but that's life sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's life. Yeah,
That's life.
Most definitely. Yeah.
But first and foremost, how'd you find the page?
I worked with Intel. Like, you guys remember when, he talked about that. When he had sent me that verse, around that time, he had dropped that little tape. And when he dropped it, he was telling me, he was just like, yo, you should go submit your stuff, like, see what they say. And I noticed y'all were harsh as hell, so it made me want to do it. Like, I was like, all right, let's see. Like, let's just see what they got to say. And then I got 2 green checks, and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Green check gang.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Green check gang.
Yeah, man, we beat the shit out of people, man. We
yeah. I laugh all the time. Y'all be saying some funny ass
I
shit.
tell rappers to stop rapping on a weekly
Yeah,
basis.
you do. You give them zeros. Like I didn't even know that's a, I didn't even know that's a thing.
Out here passing out goose eggs.
Yeah,
No.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes we feel like it's needed, man. We live in times where everybody's faking shit and everybody's like just
It's
giving
needed,
all
though,
these
yeah,
like
like-
participation awards. So fuck it, let's give out some zeros. Let's do.
I
the
know a
exact
lot of
opposite.
people from where I'm from that cannot rap, like, but they just continuously do it, and then they do it for shit like pussy, bro. Like it's not gonna get you there. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
it's
to tell
corny
you,
as hell.
but it's not. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
you know what's terrible too? When I think of shit like that, if you out here just rapping for pussy and you trash, and then you get it and you like knock someone up, and then you like, oh man, I gotta make money, but it's like, oh, I can't rap though.
I know. It's,
I fucked up.
90% of rappers now.
Facts.
Chief Keef.
Chief Keef.
Bang, bang.
10 kids.
Bang bang.
10
10
fucking
kids.
kids.
10 different baby mamas.
Hella
dude.
Baby
guy,
mamas. Yeah, I was just about to say.
The guy from the Jets, Cromartie, got it 13 baby mamas.
God.
Chief Keef's
damn.
catching up.
Right.
Chief Keef catching up, man.
Bruh.
I don't know how they deal with.
So
one.
there's fucking 10 fucking Slim Dangers out there. That's scary, bro. That's scary,
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they deal with one. Like that's hard enough. Like
Fact.
10.
Yo, scary.
You know what Chief Keef did? It's just fucking random thotties.
Well, yeah, but it's like exactly my point. They gonna hit your phone that much more. Like
That's because he don't got no fear. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a shit about nothing. So you think like fucking a random
Yeah.
thotty raw? He's like he cares about that? No, he's just
Disgusting.
like yo.
that's crazy.
He's like, you think these guns the only thing I'm shooting up, bro? These clubs out here.
He got too much money to care.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just
Yo, he's still it's crazy. He still makes good money too.
he does.
Yeah, and
Al-
he's been
also-
trashed
also
for a
about
minute.
He's
Yeah,
got a
like
big ass
I
house that's empty though.
the last song I heard like that released from Chief Keef was the one he did with Trippie Redd like last year. I think that was the last time I heard of a Chief Keef release. I don't think I heard of him since.
Yeah, he just dropped another project Friday. He drops a lot of projects, but he just been dropping them. He don't like promote them or nothing. He just vomits them shit.
Yeah, like they're just there, kind of like Snoop. Like
Snoopy,
does that
yeah, he
same
drops
thing.
the weirdest shit, but he be dropping some fires.
yeah, sometimes like if you look through it, it's some undercover fire because he just
Yo,
be dropping
like-
so much that it's
Oh,
like
they go Wacko.
I'm still.
People sleep on what is that? His project with Pharrell Bush. By
Yeah.
Snoop. Yo, that.
yeah.
I think it was.
Go listen to that album, guys.
I think it was
please.
last year too. He dropped like this quick like 4-piece EP, 5-piece, and it was nice. It was like, yo, Snoop's out here. But I mean, he don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to be nice. He's Snoop. Like no
He
matter what he
doesn't.
does, you
He-
just
yeah,
gotta love.
like-
He
Snoop.
has a classic.
He's talented as hell.
Fact.
He's just funny. His personality is enough to get him like
Yeah, he's
the money
good.
that he needs.
Yeah, he got a Netflix giving him good money. Man. You know how Netflix don't give a fuck. They try.
I know, cooking with Martha Stewart and all type
Yeah,
shit.
he
Like,
got all sorts of
just-
stuff.
He was doing the nature documentary shit for a minute too.
Yeah, like he
Yeah,
even. I
right.
remember he popped
Goodness,
up in
David
Big Time
Attenborough.
Rush when I was little. Like
yeah.
he was in all kind of different shit. Like
Dude, that's
doing
my
everything.
career
so,
goals. I'm trying to do animal stuff. I'm trying to do voiceovers
Yeah.
and animal shit like that. You kidding me?
like crazy. That's dope.
Yeah, that's wild, man. But so let's get into a little bit of this music talk. So the first thing you submitted to us, let me see, I got it here, was entitled, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Entitled.
So let's talk about this. So this one, what's going on? These you've been giving us SoundCloud stuff. What's going on, man? When's the official stuff coming out first and
Well,
foremost?
like
what we doing?
that,
what we doing?
that entitled mixtape was all YouTube beats. So like
Okay,
I
that's
didn't want to
fair.
put none of my stuff on. A lot of the stuff that I'm working on now, like the last tape that I put out, it was just the issue with the artwork, and then I started working on more stuff, and then I ended up forgetting to go put it on Spotify and shit. But I need to fix up the artwork, and then they'll take my stuff because a lot of the most
me.
recent stuff was
Excuse me,
all original
sir.
beats.
Excuse me, sir. You said you forgot to put it on Spotify. How you forgot
I
to
put it.
a whole
I
project
submitted
on
it.
Spotify?
I submitted it once, and then it gave me a bunch of stuff wrong with like that I had to fix. with the
so you took an
upload.
L and then you were
Yeah.
like, fuck it. I bet.
So then,
I
no, I put it back. No, I tried to go back, and then it did it again with a few more little stuff, and then I fixed it, but I forgot
So
to
you
just
took
upload
an
it.
L and were like,
And I also
nah,
switched
I'ma put
distributors. I also switched distributors. I went from
Okay.
DistroKid, and then I went SoundCloud Premiere. That's another thing. DistroKid worked different than SoundCloud Premiere
Yeah,
does.
Distro. The thing with
okay,
DistroKid
so
is complicated
I'm-
too for a full project because you have to like even though you can put it on DistroKid, you can do a lot of other things you can on others, like select people who you split the tracks with and all that. That doesn't collect via like your licensing.
Yeah.
Like you have to actually attach it to ASCAP or
DistroKid's
BMI.
weird.
Yeah, you have to
Like,
do everything manual after you put it on DistroKid, so it's a lot of work.
Yeah, so it's just like,
Yeah, I only use DistroKid for just singles, and then like I'll use one of the more pricey ones that like do the whole 9 and keep it uploaded forever for like full projects type of things. But
yeah. I'm just experimenting because like with as far as distribution, I've only been distributing for like about a year and a half. Like a year and a half. Last February of 2018 is when I first signed DistroKid. So then I had DistroKid for a little bit, and then like I said, it was just all weird and complicated. And then I saw SoundCloud wanted to do distribution too, and it gives you the extra stuff for SoundCloud because I knew I was still gonna be doing tapes. Like for example, I have a song called Your Eyes, which is like on Spotify, there's a bunch of like lo-fi producers and low-key beats that when you go through, they're just dope. Like, and they're different. They're old school. They do a bunch of samples and shit. And so I knew I rapped over it, and then I knew it couldn't be put on Spotify because that's somebody else's shit. But I still wanted to put it out, so it's on SoundCloud.
Nah,
so I don't
if
want
you
to
chop it properly, ladies and gentlemen.
Just said it.
No, Spotify be having them good ass. Like some of the ones like those YouTube like lo-fi playlists and shit. They make them on Spotify too, so it's fucking nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like it's dope.
yeah, it's a good time. But let's talk about this one, man. So this project, I remember enjoying this one a lot. It was super smooth. Like, what went into behind this? Was this just like, yo, I got to get something out? Was this your first project?
Yeah, it was me and it was a collab tape with me and my brother Van. Like, he's like my god. He was the only person I collabed with like at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's dope. But I collabed with him a couple times, and then we were like, yo, we should make a tape. And I had a lot of solo stuff, and he had a lot of solo stuff, but we were like because the way that I started doing the music was weird. I had a lot of release stuff in middle school, and then I deleted it, and then I released a lot of stuff again, then I deleted it, and then I got to last year, and it was like the rebrand. I was rebranding my shit. Like, I was redoing myself again. So he was my only few collabs, and I was like, yeah, like I wanna do a tape too. So let's put solo stuff on it and collab shit on it. And we decided to work it out to where like the moods matched, and then we could do where it wasn't boring. Like, it didn't feel like one song all the way through. It had different changes, and it made you like feel different things. You felt a vibe in your chest, like, you know, the vibe in your chest that goes away and then it comes back in during some songs. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's there.
I know what you mean. There's some artists that always get that. There's some artists that figured out how to just unlock that, man. I get it.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted it to be like that. So we were just touching base on the kind of shit we had, and then we did that throughout the summer. We wanted to make it a summertime release, so we released it at the end of summer, right when school started, and then
Okay. All right. Yeah, it was a very smooth project. I like it. I love me a good smooth project, and it's hard to keep a smooth project interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because once it gets into that bag of where it's just like kind of like, all right, where you get like when you start listening, you're like, all right, I'm probably not gonna just like turn up to this, or I'm probably not gonna get angry or crazy with it. I have to accept that this is just gonna be like one slick, smooth, calm listen. Once you hit that point, there's like a dangerous line where sometimes stuff like that can get boring or not. So this didn't actually hit that boring line. So I really did rock with this project. But
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. That's actually just a dope thing to have, because some people they think, yo, Walko, your chair, man. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, bro.
WD-40.
Oh my God, like, something, bro. Golly, that thing it hurts.
Like,
sorry.
Every time we come back, it's like, kill me.
Yeah, your chair is struggling, bro.
I'll try to hold still.
No, and like with this project, another thing, like, I just wanted to show versatility too. That was another big thing I wanted to point out, because me personally, my favorite style to rap in, and the style I think I rap best in, is that boom bap shit. Like, that's my favorite way to go with it. Like, I love old school East Coast shit. I love like underground, like Joey Badass type shit. Like,
truth.
And then West Coast is like, also I grew up on like a lot of that kind of shit too. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see back there. Oh, you can, but that poster right there, that's a Tupac poster, and then I got the Pac shirt on. I got the vinyls, like I showed you.
People love to
like,
hate on Pac nowadays, and it makes me upset.
Tupac, like,
I
in
get
my
into my
opinion,
arguments all the time, man. People hate on
No
Tupac.
comment. I plead
I
the
was,
Fifth Amendment.
I was about to get into an argument with Phantom today.
I'm not.
I just kept scrolling.
like, in my opinion, I love Tupac to death, but like when people say like he's undoubtedly the best rapper of all time, I feel like that's a stretch. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
I'm one of those people. I'm a realist. I will never say someone who's not alive is the best rapper.
Next question.
Unfortunately, if I'm doing a fight against dead rappers, amongst dead rappers, then I'll choose the best ever. I'm not gonna say he's the best. I think my favorite dead rapper of all time is Big L. That's it. But you know what I'm saying? He's up there. Like Pac is definitely up there. He's up in one of my He's one of my favorite artists that I could just. I feel
like what puts him up there is his message, though. Like, because as an actual rapper, like. He
was dope too.
Like if we're talking rapper, he was dope, but he wasn't better than Nas. Like he wasn't better than Big L. I don't think he was. I don't think he was better than Biggie.
It was different
as a rapper.
I think it was. But as an artist,
as an artist,
it's that energy.
He was a dope all around artist, and none of them can definitely. The thing with him, none of them could match up to his work ethic, because the fact that he made as many songs as he did, and like we're still waiting on Nas to give us a solid piece of body of work, you know what I'm saying? And like the fact that like he did all this, and Biggie was pretty much active the literally same amount of time and didn't give us as much music. Like you got to respect that work ethic. But
yeah, you saw that clip of him in the studio where he was telling them too. He was like, "Nah, we got how many rappers in here? Like y'all can mix this shit later. Let's just whatever the last word he said was, that's the hook. That's what we named the song. Like let's just put it out." Like,
dude, and you got to think about it, like a lot of Pac stuff was quality. Like it was quality music. Like there really isn't songs where you're like, all right, that's a weak Pac song. It was just all. It had a standard. It was either super dope or it was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was
I
it.
respect Pac, but I don't have any of his music downloaded.
Damn, that's crazy. I grew up on Pac, so I love.
I've always, man. My parents were like, it's Biggie or Pac, and I lived in a Biggie household.
I actually lived in a.
Your brother is
my brother is Tupac, but
my mom loved Tupac.
my dad loved Biggie, which was weird because he was a 50-something-year-old white man.
Dad's the GOAT.
GOAT. But now my first Tupac album I bought was in 7th grade. I bought Me Against the World, and I was taking I took it
3 years ago.
Yeah. No, wait. What the hell? 3 years? Wait. What's the year? Hold on.
He's about to count. Be like, oh shit.
4.5 years ago.
There you go. 4.5.
5 years ago. Yeah, somewhere around there. I bought that in 7th grade.
Oh,
I took a trip to
I had to get that off. My bad.
I took a trip to Seattle, and I remember like I had it on repeat that whole time. Like while I was over there.
Fantastic.
A lot of those songs stuck. Like a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That I still like I could bump him any day. I'll bump some Biggie too. See the thing with Biggie, I'll bump Biggie when I need just aggression. Like I'll bump Biggie for his my go-to Biggie song. Yeah, exactly. Give me the lose. My go-to.
That's my go-to
Biggie song. But I don't bump too much of his stuff as much as I used to, because some of it to me I'm just like all right, I need certain vibes, There's other aggressive shit I'd rather listen to.
Biggie was crazy. Like Suicidal Thoughts, that shit was crazy. That song was Go for it.
I was gonna say that two of Biggie's biggest mainstream songs have some of the best rhyme work in them too.
Yeah,
like Juicy, the internal rhyme scheme in Juicy, it's ridiculous, and then it's it's a fucking pop song, it's a radio song.
Yeah,
but it's just he's just
and it's also just
one of the all the rhymes.
Yeah, if you actually look into the depth of it, it's crazy. But it's under the illusion that it's a simple song.
It's kind of like Kendrick and Good Kid, Mad City with songs like Backseat Freestyle. Like that fits into the album in a whole different way than you would imagine it to. But it's there, and it comes off as a hard mainstream song, but in reality, it's a part of a whole ass story, and you don't even know.
Dude, so weird take. So when Good Kid, Mad City dropped, I wasn't a fan of the concept of it, because everybody's like, oh, he's the next Nas, and I'm like, get the fuck out. And they're like, oh, this is one of the best albums to come out for a while. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And I never listened to it because I heard his single, and I heard what was it, Waterfall, the Pull Up drink that. And I was
swimming
pools,
yeah.
And I was like, this song is boring. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I hated it when I first heard it. I was like, this song is mad slow and mad boring. So I was like, there's no fucking way this album's gonna be better than oh, you still got me?
You kind of stuttered there for a second.
Like a little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, all right, my fault. That means somebody came home, probably welcome to Wi-Fi. But anyways, I was like, there's no way. People were like, this is like a classic. It's like Illmatic, and doing the crazy comparisons people do. And I was like, man, there's no fucking way. So when I finally, after hating that song for a hot minute, someone was just like, yo, listen to it. And I'm like, yo, this is the nigga that used to rap with like Tech Nine and shit. Like, I don't care about no fucking dude who used to rap with Tech Nine type shit. And then I went and listened to you know what I'm saying? I kept it real. Like, I was like, man, I don't care about this fucking dude. And then I listened to it front to back, and I was like, oh man, I was the biggest fucking hater ever. I'm like, this is a certified glad. You know, and I'm like, yo, I feel like I just listened to Boys in the Hood, the movie. I'm like, I fucked up. I was hating on it.
Got a lot of people into hip hop again.
Yeah, and it's crazy when I listened to it all the way through. I honestly didn't like. When the skits would come, I would just kind of zone out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think too much of it. I'd just be like, oh, like, it's just there. I didn't really look into what they were saying. And then one day there was a podcast called Dissect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I've heard of
but I listened to the Dissect podcast on it. And then I went and I re-listened to the album. And I was like, damn. Like, Kendrick's a genius.
Yeah,
what the fuck? I was like, he is, and he was working on it for years before he released it. Like, he was working on it before he was even working on Overly Dedicated.
Yeah, it's not something that album's not something that happens overnight.
It's also for sure. It's also we also have to Dre. All right, let's just make sure we get the Dr. Dre. Let's not.
And I like how he put that on the last song too, because he did it for a reason. Like that whole build up, like just at the end, you're celebrating the whole culture of the album that you talked about. So it's like you have to have him. You have to put the OG on there.
Yeah, dude, it was a great project. Like front to back, I was like, man, this is a fucking experience, and it's like.
And then even on the bonus, he had the recipe, and that shit was cold too with Dr. Dre.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See,
that song.
But that's my issue with like Kendrick now. I'm like, he definitely put all his eggs into one basket with that, because like I feel like he's slowly been declining. Like, I'm not saying To Pimp a Butterfly was bad, but it was okay.
It wasn't as good as it didn't deserve.
It was okay, and I feel like
didn't he win a Grammy or some shit for that?
Yeah, for Damn they gave him the fucking Pulitzer.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. They gave him a Pulitzer for Damn.
It's like, but to me, it's like his projects were like slowly declining. Even if it's not by a lot, they were going downhill, and people were just blowing him up. And I'm like, come on, like.
What are you guys talking about? The album, you can play it backwards, is a different story. No, it's the same story.
It's the same story backwards.
Like, miss you with that bullshit.
I get what you mean. Like, for example, on Damn, like I didn't fuck with like DNA, which I know a lot of people fucked with, but I didn't fuck with.
I love the video.
Damn was very Damn to me felt lazy. Cool, Damn, the video was fire. Damn to me felt like he had to just put something out to shut fans up. You know what I'm saying? It felt like one of those projects where it's like, all right, I can just make a rap album because this is what people don't like. It's kind of like that J. Cole album before KOD, the jazzy one. It's like, oh, I just got to put something out so people. Yeah, and it's like they put out something just to shut us up.
I mean, damn though, like I felt that at first, but after revisiting it a couple times and then like just listening to what he's like on Fear's a dope ass song, and it's 7 minutes long, so usually I won't like sit there and listen to a 7-minute song, you know what I'm saying? But like Kendrick makes me do it. He's talking about it he's talking about a whole bunch of different shit, and then the way he puts it together is crazy. Like
there's good
the way he does it from when he's younger to older, and he does all of his fears, and then he does the thing with his voice where it's going up and down and just all different type of shit. Like I look at
there's good songs on there for sure. Like there's good songs on there. I just thought as like an album, I'm not looking to bump that out. You know, I like when something's considered like a classic, or if it's going to deserve awards and shit like that, I want it to be something that when I put it on, there's no way in hell I'm skipping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to chill in front of my house until the album's done. Like, if I'm driving home from work, like, that's what I call, like, something like a classic. Like, I've never put on Illmatic and not finished it, whether I left my car and got back in, like, the next day. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. Like, and that album to me is just, like, I don't feel satisfied until I hear the very last song. And that's how Good Kid hit me, and I was expecting him to give me more of that. Because, like, when J. Cole came out, that first album was just radio bangers. It was like the first classic album filled with just radio hits.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit. And he didn't let up. Like, the shit that came out after Born Sinner, fire. Like, he was just, like, hitting us with passion, hunger, like, changing the script. And then he had that 401, whatever, the Forest Hill Drive. I'm like, come on, Cole, relax. Like, you're killing us with all these.
Relax.
Yeah, you're
Born Sinner, I feel like was better than Forest Hills Drive, to be honest. That's my opinion. But Born Sinner was so cold.
But they were both great projects.
They were both,
all around,
they were both great. But Born Sinner, I don't know why, just something about
Born
that
Sinner
shit,
was
like,
cold.
Stuck with, yeah,
I think J. Cole's got a better
fuck.
catalog than Kendrick overall.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, but the thing is,
I don't know.
I think Cole does. And the thing with Kendrick, I feel like Kendrick has just slowly been like like he's just. I feel like he's just not that he's falling off because I feel like it's light work for him to put out something dope. I just feel like he just don't got that hunger and that passion. I feel like you know what I'm saying. When people are forcing you to the top, you don't have to do much.
Yeah, hungry.
You know, and
I mean,
want to see.
I could see that. I guess.
Yeah. You know, and I know Kendrick can fucking snap because I've seen him go toe to toe with.
Like he's doing good, but you know he could do better.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you got because like look at I compare him and Cole because they're both top tier, and Cole still till this day is trying to cook young artists. Like he's still bodying featured everything. You know what I'm saying?
Bro and little bro.
The way he did that Dreamville album, that shit was I noticed the way he's approaching.
I'm telling
things,
you, man. Kendrick is hiding right now for a reason.
I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, I really hope so.
Yeah.
I hope that this
he's like,
baby,
all right, I'm gonna come out, murder
baby.
this feature on the low, and then I'm gonna be out. I'll be back.
Nah,
though.
I hope that his babies gave him the fucking
inspiration,
fire of the sun, bro. I hope that shit got him ready to write Ace. But see, that's just scary too, because when people get that big load of love in their life, we get that Chance the Rapper album that dropped on Friday. That was just that was
you mean that
Wrigley's,
Chance the Rapper album that bombed?
Crazy. I was just talking about that review that y'all did with somebody. This was crazy.
That album was trash, and I'm like, we got people.
I listened
really
to the first 3 songs, and I didn't make it through. To be
Right,
honest,
it passed the 30-second test.
And that's what I tell. Like even with that, like Chance. When you think of Chance albums, you listen to like even 10 Days, which wasn't the best, but then Acid Rap and then all the other ones after, they start off strong. They start off with that soulful, crazy, strong shit. To the point where Kanye was like, yo, I need to start off my project and have this dude steal the show because this is his bag. This is his special move. And you gonna start off with this bullshit? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this project is noisy.
Me with that bullshit.
This shit sound like wedding music. It should sound like fucking like bar mitzvah music, bro. Like I'm not trying to listen to this.
Best part about that whole album, la di da di da.
I still cannot fuck with Future. Like I don't know why. In 2016 when he did fucking "What a Time to Be Alive" and shit with Drake, everybody was on his dick. I still couldn't fuck with them.
I was a Future fan.
A few years later, I still couldn't fuck with them.
I like the negativity.
I was a Future fan when he first came out. When he was making like Half and Half. When he did the Tony Montana. I was like, yeah, this nigga auto tunes his raps. I'm here for this.
I don't like Future. I like songs that have Future in them.
That's true. That's good too. He does do his thing. Nah, I like Future because he's always given me like for people though that always like when Future first came out, people don't realize that his lyrics were so negative and dark. And I truly appreciate that. I'm like, the fact that he's doing this over like club shit, I'm like, this is the best gimmick ever.
I mean, I like what he's trying to do now though. Like he's trying to
what he's doing now is garbage.
No, I'm not talking about musically. I'm not talking about musically. I'm talking about like what he's trying to talk about though. Like he's not talking about being addicted to drugs no more. He's talking about like getting past
addiction. He's never been addicted to drugs. It's all a scheme, kids. Stay woke.
Yeah, he's just been rapping about drugs because it's the trend. Yeah. Now everybody's getting clean and there's a awakening happening. So he's got to ride the wave.
I mean,
the way that he started that drowned him.
Whatever gets these little kids off it though, because like
these kids are too impressionable and too stupid. We gotta get them off this.
Future did a cannonball and then rode the wave.
These kids listen. We gotta get rid of all the fucking like NBA young boys and all those trash ass artists who do shit.
I low key fuck with young boy. I low key fuck with young boy, but
he makes good music, but I just don't like him as a.
I bet you like you're from that
generation.
You
like pennies?
Do I like what?
Pennies.
Like the coins?
Yes.
Nah. I don't think nobody likes pennies.
That's a good answer.
You got to keep pennies in your car though if you ever get pulled over and you're drinking. But anyways,
it's like nah. But then keep in mind when I listen to a lot of new age shit, it's more like I separate that. Like I don't say I'm listening to rap. Like I'd say I'm listening to just like. It's different. It's not rap music to me. I don't compare.
It's a different
genre. We're proponents
for like, I'm gonna go listen to this NBA YoungBoy.
Nah, like,
I don't hate his music. I don't hate his music. I just hate his image outside of his music. I don't like who he is. I don't like the whole let me punch fans. I don't like this whole I only make music to make money. Fuck everybody that listens to me. Like I don't like that whole shit because it's like you know what I'm saying. Like you just look stupid.
That and herpes ain't the wave.
Facts. Yeah, he need to hit up that Dr.
Okay,
Sebi treatment
that's
and
not the way.
shit.
That's not the way.
That's not the way. That's not the way.
That's not the move.
Safe
Yeah,
sex is
we
free
could all agree with that. Yeah, but
But that was him and his girl too. It don't need like at that
listen,
point, it's your
listen,
girl.
yeah.
no, I just be hyped. Like it
Yeah.
it hypes you up regardless. Like so, I just
If I really want to get hyped up, I'm listening to Ghostface. That's
Listen,
it.
I can't say shit.
But-
I was putting away pallets of paint listening to Tekashi.
Oh yeah, see
Hey.
that to me, I'll knock somebody the fuck out to some.
I was getting pumped.
hey,
Sweat-
hey,
five
that's
fucking
that album he dropped after he got locked up was fire. I don't care. Like, it was the features on it like
It was
they
good.
did their things. Yeah, like it wasn't bad.
I'm not mad at 6ix9ine.
His
That
first
straight
album,
ignorant music.
though,
I'm here for it.
His first
I
album,
mean,
Like,
I'm gonna see tomorrow. That's it. That's what I'm listening to all day tomorrow.
nah, but I mean, either way, I still listen. Like albums that I listen to all the way through, all that, like Joey Badass 1999.
My
like,
favorite
that's
mixtape. That's like one of my favorite
Fuck,
tapes of all time.
Classic.
Yeah.
classic.
Dude, Righteous Minds is one of my favorite songs of all time. His
Bro.
fucking flow, that beat, everything about that song hits.
The last song, Third Eye Shit,
Oh.
that's like my favorite 10-minute song
Oh,
ever.
dude, yo,
like,
there
I
was
could listen to that on repeat. Like,
there was a solid
and it's
like
long.
there was a solid like 6 months where that fucking him and Capital Steez song fucking I would listen to that shit every time I go to the gym, bro.
Survival Tactics.
Oh my
was it
god, yeah.
That,
That shit,
don't
that shit.
want war. I'm a Martian with
An
an
army of Spartans. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that
Spawn with a
shit
knife and a
hard.
missile fight. Oh, he came in so hot, and I'm like, bro, this kid. This is a child. This is a fucking
yeah, he was
child.
like my age.
Yeah,
like no
it's a
cap.
child,
Like, he
you'll
was
be
doing
killing.
some
He was
crazy.
he was
ass shit.
recording this in his like auditorium. With,
Yeah, like
with CJ McFly
and
all
it's
them.
scary because like he
Capital
was
C's R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, man. Hey, mental health is real out here. But yo, he was young on a team of killers.
He was.
Like Pro Era's got killers, bro.
He's Chuck Strangers. My fault.
Yo, Strangers Project last year was one of my favorites. That project.
Project was gas. Interview was horrible.
Yeah, our interview with
He's
him was
our-
rough.
he-
Nah, that's my
he's a
man, though. I
friend-
fuck
He's
with
a
him.
friend of Not Your Man's, but
Yeah, he's the man.
his interview tactics are terrible.
Yo,
Oh word.
yeah, he was mad boring, bro.
Yeah,
He
just
couldn't
go,
talk about
do me
that.
a favor. Go back and listen to that
It's
episode.
painful, bro.
And then DM Johnny to let us know.
I
how you
was
feel.
I was high key
Alright,
struggling trying to get
I
information
will.
out of him. I'm like,
I
come
hung
on,
myself
bro.
in the video.
We ended up not posting the video.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
Me
That's
and, me
crazy.
and Mark were just goofing off the whole time.
Oh yeah, it was wild. Oh look, I'm tall again. But yeah, fucking But that project was fire. He actually sent me some snippets of what's coming up, and it's gas.
That's crazy.
So I'm ready for him. But
Oh, actually,
That's dope.
I have
That's
a
dope as
moment
Yeah,
for
he's the
you.
man.
I have to send that to you.
Facts, send me everything, bro. You know the deal. But yeah, man, that's good. That project, I feel like just young artists just coming into the game, they need to live by 1999.
Yeah, and
Because
it's like
that's a
albums.
release that like if you could put out a project like that.
Okay, I'm gonna raise my hand and wait.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you talking about?
We need to do 10 albums for all these youth. We, as a collective, we need to do 10 albums, give it to the youth. Like, this is what you need to listen to before you start rapping.
Anything we've given a 10 minutes.
before you start rapping.
Facts.
Before you start rapping,
But see,
seriously, like a starter kit. Like, yo, you need to listen to these 10 albums and then this is what it
understand
is.
these 10 albums. And it needs to be like a mix, like an album with like
From
something
new age,
with like
from-
with like
Just give them the
wordplay,
Diamond
something
playlist.
with all sorts of stuff. Yeah, facts.
Just
Oh
give
yeah,
them
By
the
the way,
Diamond
we're just
playlist,
gonna have a bunch of storytellers.
Yeah, but honestly, like 1999 though, I feel like young cats need to learn from it because for the fact that was the first thing this young cat like legit put out to the
And
world.
he was in 2012. Like that was in 2012.
Crazy.
It wasn't even
He
like,
came in better than 90% of the people.
Yeah, and that project
Exactly.
is like honestly, he hasn't put out anything that's been like that's close to that, but he's put out firework. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he
But
has. Not
he
nothing
hasn't
close
put
to
anything
that.
close
That's
to
his
that.
best tape by
That
far.
was,
that
that was
shit-
one of those.
Summer Nights was
showcased
cold.
Summer Nights was cold. Yo, that shit showcased all of hip hop, like everything you possibly could need. Like he showed you delivery, wordplay, bars, substance, everything. And like I feel like if you want to come out as a young artist and you want to make sure you come out legit, follow those footprints.
Facts.
I think 1999 might have been a little bit of a case of lightning in a bottle.
Oh yeah, but see that's
Like
the thing.
you
I don't
just
know.
caught it that
I
one
mean,
time, bro.
I don't know, man. When you that young, bro, and you just that
Joey's
hungry, and you got a
nice.
team like that,
Like,
yeah, because
Joey's
he's
Nice,
never
but has
not
he ever
been
done
nice.
1999
He's
again?
nice.
I don't
No,
think
he's
he
never
can.
done 1999 again. But that's
and-
like
and-
Dr. Dre never did the Chronic after he did the
And that's
Chronic,
like-
but he still was
Exactly.
Like Nas
But
has
it's
never
still
done
lightning in a
Illmatic
bottle.
again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But see,
It's not.
I don't know if it's
not
lightning in a
like
bottle because like
criticism.
I know what you mean, but like Nas did Illmatic, right? And like Illmatic was the great, one of the greatest things of all time.
It was cold.
But exactly, it was written was absolute.
It was written was cold. Yeah, that shit was fire. He had the low-key Dr. Dre collab on there. Where Dr. Dre came out like just on the beat, but still, and you heard him talk like so. Yeah, that's a fact. Cold.
So it's like, with the follow up that strong, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to, when I think of lightning in a bottle, I think of someone who just put out one good project and it's a wrap. Like everything else is just like warm water type shit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like I don't feel like he just got that energy one time and then he was a trash rapper the rest of his career. Like, nah, he got that.
That's not what I was saying.
Energy,
that's not what I was saying.
He's cold. Joey's nice.
He put out that shit he put out was it last year, right? The America,
that it's
fire.
Yeah, that was good.
Joey's biggest issue is Joey's not respected in America. Joey is Joey is fucking popping over the pond. He sells out arenas and stadiums and shit out there. He just doesn't have respect.
But see, that's that New York mentality. Like that's that New York mentality.
I fuck with that though, because that means he stayed himself. Like he didn't change up nothing for nobody like that entire time. And he's still doing his thing. Like I saw the interview where they were like, "You still live with your mom?" He's like, "Shit, my mom lives with me." Like, I do everything. Like I got my shit taken care of. That shit's tight. Tight as fuck.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, he's a fucking role model, man. And he was on Mr. Robot, which is my jam. But he fucking knows. It's just that's that New York shit. Like New York cats, they usually don't like New York artists until they leave and come back. But like with him, I don't know why New York just ain't. It just never clicked. Like it never clicked.
I mean,
like New York is more
Brooklyn
behind.
Has a drill scene.
Fact. Shout out to Jeff West. But yeah, New York would rather follow like new age shit than someone who's keeping that pure, who's keeping that New York sound. Yeah, it's like that. But that's how you know, man. That's because we got them powerful ass radio stations
boom,
and shit.
Boom, bap. That's it. That's all I want. I just want simple drums.
That's people what just like those drum patterns are cool.
Yeah.
Like and they do the little fills, like you could add a few different kind of snares and then just a little like a little snare roll here and there, and that's it. Like
when you hear boom bap drums, you're immediately like you're prone to be like, all right, somebody's got to kill this.
Like a rap.
I feel like it's harder to sound like trash on a boom bap beat than it would be on something else, because if your flow is there, you're gonna sound I
don't know. I feel like it's hard to get on there.
No, neither. No. How many albums have you listened to this year, my friend?
Like
no.
Oh, I was like
2019 albums?
Yes.
I don't know, more than I could count on my hand.
Okay. Well, we got more than I can count on my hands and my feet.
We got more than we can count on all of our
hands. It doesn't matter how good. No, if boom bap, they're trash. Trash rappers are trash rappers.
Trash rappers are trash rappers, but like.
No, don't disrespect.
When you hop on a trap beat and you start freestyling, like it's easier to point out. At least they trying. At least they trying on a boom bap beat. Like you can tell they trying to rap about
I feel like boom bap. Like I feel like with a boom bap beat, it kind of is hard, man. It's hard to. I feel like it's hard to rap on boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you could take a boom bap flow and you could put it to a new age beat, but you can't put a new age flow to a boom bap beat. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah,
I feel like boom bap is like very specific. Like you can ride a boom bap beat, but like we'll know. Like you could, you know what I'm saying? You could tell, but other than that,
people are used to like nowadays. People are used to like triple time and shit like that. People aren't used to simple drums where it's three kicks and a snare. You know what I mean?
I think
they need that triple time to fit themselves into the pocket.
The I don't know. Maybe it's just tend to be kind of minimalism, so it's really meant to draw your attention to the voice.
I feel like a lot of new age cats can't just open up on a track
because I should say
because like on a new age one, there's a lot of the new age styles, a lot of pauses, a lot of ad libs, a lot of
like
filler.
2 minutes long, like they be like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. Which like, I mean, I have a couple songs like that, but it's like those are the songs that I do for a purpose.
I prefer the shorter song. Just for the simple fact, you just give the artist just minimal. Have the artist do what they need to do, and then in and out. Bye. Why do you need a song to be 7 minutes long?
Get rid of your hooks and just give me 2 minutes of snapping.
See, that's it. And a lot of the new age stuff is like a majority. It'd be like 8-bar hooks and then 8-bar verses, and the hook be the same thing.
I'll give you an 8-bar intro. You going in for 16. You coming out for 4, and then you going right back in for 16, and then you're done.
See, that makes sense, but it depends on your content that you put into those, into that amount of time.
Nah.
Mark
Get some rapping,
Mark
kid.
is hostile today, man.
Yeah, he is. He
Derringer
came out
Hostile
aggressive.
today, man.
That's what-
Derringer beats.
If you don't put a lot of content into a 2-minute song, it's not gonna be a good 2-minute song. But if you
Not
could put
rapping.
if you could put some good ass content in there, like, and you could take something from it, shit, it's gonna be a good song
I'm
regardless.
all about a substance.
Yeah,
rap.
a short song with a dope ass message to me is gonna be better than any like repetitive, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with taste too. Because personally, I just like listening to people rap about how good they are.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
And cocaine. I love people who rap about cocaine and how good they are.
I like
at
a good
rapping.
story, man. If somebody can catch
my
my,
favorite.
if someone can say some shit that makes me want to hear the rest of what they're saying, I'm like, yo, I'm hooked. Like, I'm here for it. Like, if you can give me a
My
story,
shit's still too-
I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
need
I'm
something to pull me in, but
I'm still running that Ty Ferris album back.
it's
Fact.
aggressive.
Disgusting.
Bro, yeah, I saw that. I sorry, it's because you said storytelling, and for some reason my mind went to this one song, and it somehow ended up on Vic Mensa's new video, and I was like, oh, y'all saw that shit?
Fast.
I was like,
I saw
sigh.
clickbait for it. and I
Oh
was
my
like,
god, what is he doing? As if
I
this
don't
dude
know.
could hang himself anymore. He is just doesn't.
Yeah, like now he just lost all of his fans.
Yo,
Like every
his
last
man is
fan
so
he had
needs
is
to
probably
stop.
gone. After
Vic
that.
Mensa
Yeah.
is slowly turning into Joyner Lucas.
No.
Just a clout monster.
No.
Same
See,
area.
there's a difference. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
He wants to be Joyner Lucas, but he is doing it all wrong. He's doing like Joyner Lucas. I think he's a gimmick. I think he's a clout beast. But what he's doing works.
Clout
He,
His
he
name
used
is-
to be alright.
Yeah,
Wow.
his
He
name
used to
is
be cold.
moving up. Like Joyner Lucas got an M song. As far as I'm concerned, in the rap accolades of the world, that is the number one thing you can do in this day and age. Just get a song
Johnny
with
Lucas used to be cold, but then I feel like recently he went like
He ran out of stuff to
going
talk
for the
about.
clout. Yeah, he
Yeah.
started going. He
He
started
did
going
Joe-
too much for the clout.
Yeah.
But back when
Logic did.
he was doing like backwards, and he did this mixtape called Backwards where he did a lot of boom bap beats on it, and and then he had the song on there Backwards where he went forward and backwards. That shit was pretty tight. Like
That was
where he
cool.
was just rapping.
Yeah,
Or the
that was
Ross
him just
Cappuccini
trying
song, the
shit.
storytelling song. That was a good way to do a storytelling song. Like that was a good storytelling track. But then recently, like I don't know, he just kind of, and then he did the collab with Logic after beefing with, after going at him.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
they
Like,
both run out of content.
I was like,
That's
bro,
what's
yeah,
happened.
I stopped fucking with Logic after he dropped Everybody.
Because he ran out of content.
Everybody was trash. Thank you. Everybody was
garbage.
so bad.
Everybody was garbage.
Oh my god! And you know what?
Just
The way
works out,
they
though.
push these like top artists, like everybody's clearly Logic's worst body of work, and they
Yeah,
push that
clearly.
shit heavy.
Other than,
Like,
like, the
they
Super
gave
Mike
him like
shit.
the
They had
big
that one
the
song
that
awards.
was
They had
trash.
like the big
Everybody.
awards for the Suicide song. They gave him all this shit. I'm like, yo, that's like, don't hype that up. Like that project was garbage. Like.
It was trash, bro. Like y'all
Yeah.
heard, like he dropped the video for Black Spider-Man. That shit was
Oh,
garbage.
my God.
Fucking Take It Back. It was alright. Like there was
I went
nothing
to
that
go
you take
see-
from that.
Yeah, nothing.
It's a biracial.
Logic, when he was doing that tour, I went to go see Joey Badass, not to go see Logic.
Yeah, yeah.
And
like
oh, by the way, Logic, you a nerd. Joey Badass beat you on Mario Kart, nigga. I remember.
damn, like that. When the
But yeah,
man
man,
was
that
sick.
shit's weird. And yeah, Logic, like he lost me for a minute. He had like a good run when he first started. He was doing shit that I really was into. Like
Bobby Tarantino 1 was cold.
facts.
Logic's-
Bobby Tarantino 1 was
Logic's
cold.
fans pushed me
Yeah.
further away from Logic.
Yo, yeah, his fans bug the fuck out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But that's
This is
every
real hip-hop.
That's every fan, though. Everybody who has a
Lyrical,
stand.
lyrical, spiritual.
Everyone who has a stand is the
Lyrical,
worst.
lyrical,
Like I had
spiritual,
people trying to
yeah.
tell me like, even this weekend, bro, people trying to come at me for that fucking for the Chance review. Like, oh my god, it's a 10 out of 10. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's not, bro. Like,
Fuck
fuck
outta
out of
here.
here.
Have you not listened to Acid Rap or the Coloring Book
Yeah,
No,
like,
any
or his
hip-hop
Surf
ever-
album?
yeah, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that shit's crazy. Like, just because somebody mashed together 10 different genres doesn't mean it's good. It's garbage. Like, it sounds
It's like saying Revival was good just because he's Eminem.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah,
Like-
get that shit out of here. Like, nobody wants to hear that. It's just noise. Like when someone that's music 101. When someone is having a hard time making good music, they just start mashing everything together.
Bad.
You know what I'm saying? You
So-
ever just try?
pull
You
it-
try
if
to.
you pull it
I
up
don't
on
know if you
Logic,
do.
it's
Like
like
I know Mark
18
makes
fucking-
beats. Do you produce it all?
Yeah, I do actually.
So you ever
a lot of production.
you ever do when you making beats and you're like, man, this beat is not hitting. You just keep adding shit to it till it's just a garbage fest, and you're like, I gotta throw it out.
Changing all your instruments. You're like,
that's literally what that is.
Just like that.
Yeah,
I have a folder of beats.
That's literally what that is. Like that's what happens. Like that's what the Chance album is to me. He's like,
and then
man,
you just
I
kind
just
of
need
freestyle
this
over
to
it,
be.
like.
And you try everything you can to salvage it, but you just don't want to admit that, like, all right, maybe I ruined this more than it wasn't meant to be, and I ruined it
maybe
more.
This file just shouldn't be in my computer.
Yeah, that's what you do when you can't figure something out. You just pile more garbage onto it, bro. That's what this album sounded like to me. It was fucking garbage.
My hard drive many a times of shit beats.
I have so many beats that I threw out immediately. Like I'll play it and I'll be like, I'll give it the listen tomorrow, and I listen the next day. I'm like, I'm deleting this. This is.
I went through something to like master or whatever, just like frequency wise, and I'm like, damn, I have 253 projects. I need to get rid of these beats.
Yeah.
Just throw it in the trash.
I know what you mean, but you hold on to them though, because they're kind of just, even though they're trash, you're like, hey, but like,
part of me.
I started this.
There's a part of me that was feeling trash, so that came out trash.
I got 8 beats that'll remind me forever of what I used to be.
Oh, that's a fact. You put out a project with the. Yeah, that's I have like whatever. So
I mean, they weren't awful, but that's just definitely not what I wanted to do. That's what I could do at that point.
Yeah, that's what you could do. Yeah, I remember when I first started, I was recording off GarageBand on my little iPhone 5, right? And like I'd get in the closet, and that was my booth. And then I had like no external mic, all the microphone on the headphones, and then the mixing was on GarageBand. Like you could add like reverb, then that's all I knew how to do at the time. So like, I listen back now, like in my emails, I'm like, damn, this is bad. But like rough. I still have them in my emails and shit because it's like
they humble you.
But I did it. Yeah,
they humble you.
It. Like.
I get humbled every day, man. Because I know that it's on streaming.
I try to
it won't go anywhere.
Whenever I put out a project, I try to go back and listen to everything I've done just to make sure I'm not getting worse.
Yeah, I feel you. Like
just to make sure
always got to be your
not
best competition of yourselves. Like
you don't want to slide backwards.
That's what it's got to be.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If I get a red stamp, it's a wrap. I can't have that happen.
Nobody's sending me the fucking reviews for the project dropping tomorrow. I'm pissed about it.
I don't need. Nah, fuck that.
No one's reviewing my project tomorrow. I'm upset about it.
Check.
Hey, I'm green check game, but if I got an orange one, it's better than
a red. I think the orange might hurt a little more.
Yeah, orange is kind of a slap in the face.
It's like I kind of listen to this, but I really don't care.
It's like I guess this is music.
It's kind of like you made a song. All right, buddy. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, pal. Go ahead, champ.
It's just a little pat on the back.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Good job,
like
pal.
It's good enough, I guess. That's kind of what that is.
I guess.
It's rough, dude. No, it's rough. We've seen some people lose it over a fucking orange.
Fucking Quentin Miller blocked us over.
Oh, yeah. Quentin Miller had a fucking titty attack in our comments.
Yeah.
That's when I see people like that on your stories. Like, they be so irritated. Like, if they didn't already see you review somebody else's tape and call that shit, like, dumpster juice. Like,
my favorite's when they submit it, get a stamp, act like they didn't submit it, and then
who are you guys?
I can't wait. I can't wait for them to read my one-word review. I can't wait for that to come out.
One word
making history.
I can hear it already.
That's gonna hurt.
I can already see the dumpster emojis.
There's no emojis.
Yeah,
one word.
People take them. They take those L's very, very rough. But now it's better. Now people are better. People hit us up. Like one dude we reviewed yesterday. I did the review for. I cooked him yesterday. But he hit me up like mad determined, like, nah, I got a project coming out. Stat, you gonna like this one? And I'm like, relax, bro. He was like, chill out, bro. Yeah, he's like, it's coming, bro. Like, I'm like, chill.
Almost every time they said, nah, you'll like the next one.
And we haven't liked it.
It's usually nah.
Yeah.
It's usually nah.
Yeah, it's usually.
You sounded so disappointed when you said.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, because you gotta think of it like if we didn't like it the first one and you over here hyping it up and then we listen to it and it's just as bad. It's like you just wasted our time.
We hate rap music.
Low key.
That's horrible.
I listen to 70s samples.
I just be listening to the podcast.
That's crazy.
I have a hard time getting into rap on my free time now. That's why I had to do all my side projects and stuff.
I fuck with all kind of
the the main guys are all like.
I've just been listening to the. Like I won't lie,
We're very knowledgeable people, but we hate it.
Yeah. The last like 2 weeks, I'm not gonna lie, I've only been working out to the Hamilton soundtrack.
Fact. Hamilton's fire, though.
I was listening to Avenue Q today.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
The internet is really, really great for porn.
Right.
That's such a great.
Nah, but
great,
we like
fire.
we're like jaded by hip hop. It's not even. I don't even think it's because of how much hip hop we listen to. I feel like it's the dudes that we that submit it.
The interaction we
I
get.
hate music.
Yeah. And I also get pissed. Yo, this morning, quick hot take. I was like boiling for a solid like 10 seconds. Someone commented on one of the reviews from yesterday, like, yo, you guys need to review that NF. And I was just pissed.
NF?
I'm like, we reviewed it already. You know, that's what makes me mad. That's what makes me mad. When like we review a lot of fucking music.
You guys do.
So
at first, when I found y'all, I didn't know you reviewed famous music. I thought it was all underground.
Yeah. We try to now we do a majority of submissions, but then on Fridays we try to knock out as many like new releases as we can on Friday,
like
and that's good. That's a good thing.
It keeps it balanced because but you know what I'm saying. And like people just jump on like, oh, you guys should review stuff, and it's like, bro, just look at the page. It takes 2 seconds.
And it also shows that y'all treat everybody the same. Like if you're a rapper, you're a rapper.
No
it doesn't matter your status.
Yeah, no one's safe.
People in the crew.
Yeah, like
homies.
It'd be like that.
Oh yeah.
But
honestly, it keeps it real. Sometimes people you just need to know if your shit's whack or not. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people need to get mopped the fuck up.
And it's not even, it's to the point where it's not even like you need to know whether it's whack or not. You just need to know that your shit's not going to hit to everybody. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is someone out there that's going to hate your voice or like your beat selection.
But like Intel said, there's also going to be somebody out there that fucks with
that
it.
Fucking
and if there's one person, then there's a million people. But those people just aren't us. We sorry. Like,
that's literally it. Intel's the man though. I fuck with him. He blessed me with a verse for my last single that I dropped, so it was dope.
Intel is the man, bro. Like he sent me another little clip for 1.21 gigawatts.
I can't wait.
That shit's gonna be hard. Like both songs that we have on there are cold.
Nice. I like that, man. Yeah, he's dope. He's one of those dudes I just
mixing and
like.
Mastering all himself. I fuck
sick.
with that too.
Yeah, he's one of those people I just fuck with. Like he's just a cool dude and he gets it. Like people like that, like I tend to always reach out to and just like keep, within a nice little circle because people like that, they know how to handle their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people will just cry and sulk and think the world revolves around them. Those are the worst type dudes. Like those are dudes you don't want near your music or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I'm gonna jump back into a little more music stuff. Let's talk about that startup EP, man. This was a good time too, man. Let's talk about what went into that, man. Give us more behind that.
I wanted to showcase my production. I wanted to showcase the fact that I don't really need to rap with other people. Like the only features I have on there, I have Van, because Van's the OG.
That's your dude,
and then I got Victor on one song, and that's Worthless. And Worthless was already a single. So, and that was like I wanted that on the album because that did good ass numbers. Like, and I fucked with it. Like it was just catchy. Like I didn't like that. I didn't like that song.
I didn't like that one.
I could see where you coming from. Most definitely, but I just fuck with it because it's out of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working to get to that point.
But
like
honestly, the
I
fact
don't want
that
to be
you
in the
did
same.
That's gonna make you better. Like you're taking that step towards it. So fuck it. Like not everybody's gonna be dope at something like that, but like the fact that you did it, like go for it. Don't be scared about it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure my EP coming out and my solo one coming out is gonna be Red Stamp City because I tried a bunch of shit that I never did, because I was having a good time with it. And I'm like, yo, I'm cool with that. Like I got it off my chest. Like fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
And if you fuck with it, you'll go back again and you'll figure it out how to tweak it next time and make it even better.
Exactly.
We'll come back and clean that slate right clean, my friend. We got this.
Dude, I got projects this year. I'm stacking projects this year. I got one dropping tomorrow. I'm stacking projects this year, bro.
I'm gonna be on it.
Yo, if you want to review it for the page, you can, man. I'm looking for people to review it for the page. It's only 5 songs.
Let me know. I'll really put these motherfuckers in their place, bro. Like
it's me. You gotta put me in my place, bro. Let me know.
It's him and
it's me and my dude WOP.
And Elote.
Elote.
Yo, this nigga WOP Snapchatted me some corn yesterday, and I was crying, bro. I was like, this is hilarious. But
he's like a living meme now.
Yeah, he is. He is a living meme. But anyways, back to the startup EP.
Back
So
up in this
you produced the
bitch.
whole thing?
No, I produced half. Or
Okay.
how many songs? I had 7. Yeah, so I produced 3 of the 7.
Okay.
So and the rest of the 4 were just like the homies like from side of town I'm on. And that's how I did it. I wanted to make sure like everything was original, everything was my idea. So yeah, and then
Yeah,
the 3 I did
solid,
produce. I
super
produced
solid.
the intro. The intro I did the video for. That was my 3rd video. I wanted to make sure I had a music video for one of the songs off this album, so I did that. I produced Backpack Freestyle, which I fucked with
Yeah,
because
it was
the boom
fire.
bap, like yeah,
Fire.
that's Logic. Logic has a good ass sound engine. Like for that saxophone shit and
Yep.
everything that I had on there, the
Logic is a
instrumentation.
strong program,
Logic
bro.
song
Logic is
ass sound engine.
strong. Logic is a
Yeah.
good program, bro. That shit.
Yeah,
got
I
everything.
actually started
It's
doing
a
my
cheat
mixing and
code.
mastering in there recently because I used to do it on FL, but then I got Logic and then I started throwing beats back and forth from them two, and then I realized like, fuck it, like I'll just do the
You can do
audio here.
everything,
And then
yeah.
Logic makes it just cold, like Logic makes your audio come out way more balanced.
It's
It's you could do it on both,
very
but
user friendly.
Yeah, Logic is wild,
Yeah.
user friendly. It's mad easy to
Yeah.
just dive into.
FL took a long time to learn, and I still don't even know that much. Like
It's got
you know,
a lot,
like,
but it's like it
got
feels
a
like it's
lot.
hidden. It feels like it's hidden. Logic throws everything right in front of your face.
there's
I
some
think
stuff that you don't even know.
Logic's
Like
more
you gotta
for,
go
like-
through it.
Yeah,
Logic's more for like the layman, whereas like FL is probably more for like a professional.
Yeah.
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 FL is
So-
dope
That's how I
though.
feel when people who use Pro Tools. Like, I don't need to use Pro Tools. Pro Tools is
I mean, but you can
Sorry.
if you use Logic, you can use Pro Tools, but Pro Tools is like a little too
I've
strict for me.
always hated
Yeah.
Pro Tools.
Our
Always.
Pro Tools wasn't as user friendly
It's
though.
not.
Like
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
not
It's-
user friendly. It's
pretty-
intimidating.
It's something
Look
you
at
have to
it.
learn how to use.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the point. So you
Yeah.
can be like professional grade.
Yeah.
Like you
So
know.
yeah, like if I wanted to go be an engineer somewhere or whatever, I would have to learn Pro Tools to go
Yeah.
into a studio. So that's why I do everything from home.
Well, like with beats, usually I use the MIDI and Logic, get the sounds from there because they have a lot of the more classical. Like I have
They have the
Omnisphere, but that's a lot of like the
great
synths and shit. But
Yeah.
the OG instruments, like normal instrument samples, they have a lot of good ones on Logic.
Yeah.
So I do the MIDIs in there, then I file them down, then I throw them on FL, and that's why I do the drums, and then I do
Nice.
the effect on the master, and then I do all that shit. And then whenever I'm done with that, if I write on it, then I throw it back into Logic, and then I record my vocals on there, and then I mix and master the vocals on there.
Dude, my man is smart. My man's out here, bro. He already knocked off like half of what kids waste thousands on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish I would have known
Yeah,
what he
doing all-
knows when I was 18 years old because I would be in a totally different place.
Like I have this still like this was the first laptop I started working off of. This is like a little Lenovo.
oh
thing.
yeah, that's them corporate
Yeah.
shits right there. Was
I
that a
had-
T? Was that a
yeah,
T40?
Yeah.
My grandma was like, I'm gonna
I think
get
I
you a
got one of those in
laptop.
the drawer right here. Actually,
Yeah.
I'd go
But
get it.
I
My
got-
chair's loud.
I got a little hard drive on it, and then I downloaded like some bootleg FL. Like it was not FL Studio. Like it was,
Yeah.
but it wanted to be FL Studio kind of bad. So like for being free, hey, like
I
sometimes
did
you
what I
gotta
had to
start
do.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So I learned how to like download sample packs on there, learn how to download drum kits, and then I got a bootleg FL that was like the demo, but they cracked it, so it was the full version free.
Yeah.
So I used that for a little bit on another laptop, and then then I slowly started piecing together everything I have here.
That's dope, man. Salute to that, man. A lot of cats like well, a lot what ruins. At the end of the day, a lot what ruins music nowadays and shit like that is a lot of cats think rap is so easy that they start off lazy. And like none of it should be easy. Like none of it was easy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like the whole history of it just wasn't easy. So it shouldn't be something that people could think I'm just gonna easily get up in this and be lazy. Like no, bro. Like you have to work hard for it, bro. Like
You
I've been
also
in
have
music
to-
for
I see
a
that a
minute.
lot,
Like, you gotta
like-
learn. Like
From the engineer's perspective, like you have to let the tools work for you. If that makes any sense, you know. What I mean? You have to use them. You have let them work for you. Why are you working so fucking hard? They're right there.
Yeah, they're right there to make it easier. Yeah, and it's like that's what's crazy because I started rapping like I said when I was around in middle school. So when I was in middle school, nobody had a studio on the block like it is now where everybody wants to like be a rapper all of a sudden. Like it wasn't like that. So for me, like I had to go look up videos and then look up what I needed and then look up like how to do this shit on my own because there wasn't people there to do that shit for me. Like and then at the time, like my dad, he used to play a lot of music, like, and he still does. He's a musician. He's cold as hell. Like he plays bass, he plays guitar, he plays all kind of shit. He's been he's worked with Pro Tools before. Like he's just done different shit where he did everything on his own as well. So I was really respectful of his music opinion. Like I didn't want to just show him trash. So I would always hit that shit. So it was even that much more worse because I was like, fuck, like I really have to do this on my own. Like I don't have that support. And then one day he found my shit, and then he was just like, bro, it's not like, why are you hiding this? Like, don't do that. Like, this is good. So yeah, from there he just started telling me he knew more about hardware than I did and shit. So he started teaching me.
That shit'll save your life. Dude, I'm telling you, it's nice to have a mentor that'll like, hey man, this is what you should get. Shout out to Vic for me at least. You know what I mean? He gave me the rundown. Yo, Mark, this is what you need. This is the sample packs. Here, this is for you.
Yeah.
Here's your tools. You learn from that.
And I mean, it wasn't like software wise. I had to do more of that on my own time, but hardware wise, that's where he really came in clutch. Like he was like, I didn't even know how you would get a mic to get into your computer. I thought it was USB, which I know there are USB not mics now, but I realized the best way to go is the interface. Best way to go is the interface, but I didn't know what an interface did at the time. You know what I'm saying? So like he came through clutch. He gave me these tower speakers he had from like 2002 maybe, and I had
real
speakers in my room right here. Yeah, like there's some BX8s. There's some BX8s, and I have these. So yeah, like
that's dope, man. Salute to that, man. Pop Duke's holding it down. Yo, yes. That's how it's supposed to be. I wish a lot more cats would spend the time to learn shit like that, especially now too, because it's like these cats is out here young and not trying to learn shit. And it's like, bro, I wish I had fucking YouTube when I was mad, like when I was like super young with all these tutorials. Like you can literally search any fucking thing in Logic, or any DAW.
You can learn how to work any plugin, whether default or fucking downloaded. You can learn how to work whatever the fuck you need to on the internet.
I just fucking learned how. I fuck with the piano a lot in Logic. And I like the sound of the grand piano, like old school shit. And I learned just a quick YouTube video. This dude was like, yo, this is how you make the shit sound even better and more realistic.
Yeah, like piano. Taking out the fruity limiter and all this extra shit like
that. I didn't know. Clean. I'm like, oh, man. And it was like a 5-minute video. It took 5 minutes out of my day. And I've been using it a bunch since. I'm like, yo, it's
exactly.
Like these cats right in front of them.
Shout out to the 11-minute video that taught me how to work my MPC.
Also, I was gonna say, shout out to people like Soy Sauce. Soy
Sauce sound. Sauce Matisse, this artist that we reviewed, we had on here too. He always posts tips for like just mixing, mastering, and all sorts of just music tips on there. And that's like that shit's needed. Like sometimes I'll save them shits and look through
like even the least viewed videos. Like I'd go through a lot because to me it's hard when somebody's not actually there, like describing how to do it, showing me.
Yeah, I'm pretty hands on myself.
So I go through video, and then like when I got FL Studio good. Yeah, like and then I got FL Studio after a little bit, and then I started working with Van, and he always worked off Logic. So then when I finally got Logic and I needed to know like the basics of it, I asked him like, yo, like how do you do this and this and this, and then I got a notebook. No shame, I wrote down notes like while he was talking to me on the phone.
Why not? Remember that shit? I have a notebook in one of my crates.
Dude, before
why not? Yeah,
before M put out his project, I was like, bro, you need to come through. I'm like, I need to show you Logic. Remember that shit? And I was like, bro, look how much of a cheat code Logic is. I started off. He was like, "What?"
I'm taught in Ableton. Like when I started doing anything, I was taught in Ableton. This nigga Johnny's like, "Oh yeah, come look at Logic, bro." And he's like, "All right, this is not." And look at the drum loops.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the swing. You can change that. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I showed him just the drummer tool. I'm like, bro, this shit is easy. Like this drum tool, you can make the most simple drums. So you can you have to focus on is making the beat, and then if you want to manually add the drums, do your thing.
Yeah, you could mute the drummer, throw it in FL, and then there you go. But you have a basic with the drummer.
With the drummer there, you have an idea. Like you're not held back by trying to just figure it out.
Shit.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah, nice. Like. I remember learning about through Logic what buses were, like how to bus your shit.
The best.
And I was like, what the fuck? Or like there was my dad had a connection with the band called At the Drive-In, and they were a rock band, but they did tours. They did tours like around the country and shit, and out of country. They've been around. So one of the guitar player's brother, he also goes on tours and shit, and I know him, and he was working with me. He told me about sidechaining shit. I remember that was the first time I heard about sidechaining. I heard it from him. He was like, have you ever tried this on your drums? I was like, what's that? There we go. I go look up a video on how to use a sidechain, how to sidechain in FL through the FL Fruity Limiter on there, and then my drums came out like way different. Like that bass frequency that was so annoying to me that I could never figure out how to get rid of. There it is. Like it finally fixed. The drums punched through the way I wanted to. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like And all it took was that little conversation and maybe like 2 minutes.
Yep.
2 minutes on my
Next
day.
thing you know something you didn't know.
Yep, and that's the fun side of it too. Like, I can't stand on people who's like, oh yeah, I just record and I let other people do the shit. It's like, yo, that's the fun in it. You would love to learn some shit because you're not gonna be young your whole fucking life. So what, you gonna be that dude who's just like, I'll let other people do it when you get older. You don't want to pass that shit on to somebody or something like that. Like, that experience is dope. Like, learning that shit is dope. Like, that's why I'm glad I took a hiatus from music to just learn more about this shit. You know, I was like, I'm gonna learn some piano, I'm gonna learn some this, and I loved every fucking second of it.
Makes you a multi-dimensional artist too. Like,
yeah,
you know, just
it makes you because
rapper or just
you're a rapper, you're a writer.
Yeah.
It makes you, what's it called? It makes you more like valued. The more
when you're a rapper, you're just a writer, but when you're everything, you're a musician.
Yep.
Also, for those of you who are rappers and don't know how to produce or don't know anything about Logic other than how to record your vocals,
hit me up.
Not only that, but if you don't know that you're getting fucked by your mixing, like whoever's doing your mixing is just totally.
Yeah, if you can't tell, you're held back by 1,000, bro. This cat sounded like, I didn't think it sounded that bad. And the first thing I always tell people, and they're like, I don't think it sounded that bad. I'm like, bro, who's your favorite mainstream artist right now? And they'd be like, oh, it'll be this. I'd be like, play one of their songs and then play your song right after. Tell me what the fuck yours sounds like compared to it. And they always, it's like their minds are blown. They're like, oh, you're right. And I'm like, yes, you dummy. Like, you can get that dope sound close to it at home.
I even remember like. Oh, go
ahead.
for it.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, no. I even remember like playing with EQs for the first time, like training my ear. Like, I didn't know what the EQ did, and then I even remember moving the high like all the way in circles and shit, just trying to figure out like what the fuck does this button do? Yep. Yeah, like where's the difference? But then you start hearing it. Like, my dad would tell me, yo, like your vocals are too bright. I'd be like, they're too bright for real? What do you mean bright? And then he's like, it's like a snare that sounds too snary. And then I was like, so then I started listening to it and I started understanding, okay, this is what bright is, or this is what the deep end sounds like, this is how to do it.
And that shit too is dope because like you could record something and you could be like, man, I don't know if that was the take, and a little bit of good engineering would be like, man, I sound fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just change your whole fucking perspective. You know what I'm saying?
It's a song, bro. That's for you.
You can don't even sound like you just did. You be like, I don't know who that is on there. That's that motherfucker out here snapping.
You can tell when somebody's just done their mixing and they didn't do like a variety of sound checks. They didn't check with, they did like just the cans, and then they didn't check. They didn't check with some shitty headphones.
I remember phone speakers would fuck me up for a while.
They didn't check in nothing.
Yo, facts.
And it's just like, and this shit just sounds mad weird in any other form.
Ladies and gentlemen, mix everything in mono. You're welcome.
Mono. I actually recently.
You're welcome.
I don't know if y'all saw my story. I posted a little snippet, but I went to San Antonio.
I started following you today, so.
Oh, word. Well, yeah, I went with my uncle, and he records in San Antonio, and over there, like he records with this dude named Mike, and Mike has a Grammy. They recorded at this studio called the Living Room. So I was in there, and I was watching Mike engineer my uncle's vocals, and the way he did his shit was crazy. Like he constantly stopping, going back, redoing the takes, and then once he did do it, like he'd throw on effects it quick as fuck. Like he was just on his shit, and it came out totally different.
Well, that's like Johnny.
That's how Charlie Murata. Yeah.
And I remember him talking about like he told the dude that brought in the beat. He was like, "Why do you have everything in stereo? Like, not all these things have to be so loud. Do these in mono. Save the stereo for this." Yeah.
All my beats are in mono. Why stereo? As soon as you go into the mastering phase,
stereo's loud.
Make it stereo.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, people don't get that, man. People don't get that, man. It's wild.
You can still get a nice kick in mono, guys. You don't need stereo kicks.
Yeah, because when you do stereo kicks, that shit fucks your like the distortion up. I hate when shit distorts in my beats. Like, it's the most horrible feeling.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of just beats and stuff like that, it's never too late, bro. Fucking Ty Farris just bought a drum machine to learn beats. That nigga gotta be 35 plus.
30 spent $100,000 on beats.
Well, look at Rick Rubin. He's old as fuck, but like he's still making his money. Yeah. Like he's doing production.
Facts.
Like it's never
he's
too
out here
late.
ruining albums.
He's getting paid to ruin those albums.
He's getting paid the biggest money.
Paid to ruin those albums.
Facts.
So,
yeah, man.
He's taking that bag and hiding it.
Yeah, you're never too old to learn shit and work on other shit. You got Dre.
He's riding his Harley with that
Doesn't
bag.
Dre have like a fucking an award for a Mastodon album?
Yes.
Dre has a bunch of shit.
He has a
bro.
bunch, but like a Mastodon album. Who would thought? Like, you know, niggas from where Dre's from is like, man, that ain't street. You know, I hate ass niggas.
Yeah,
like, man, that
but
ain't
Dre
was just like, that ain't
Bompton.
Bompton.
as a producer, you have to listen to all kind of shit though. Like Metro Boomin, even like he uses a lot of old oldie samples in his shit, a lot of jazz samples sometimes that he'll just flip completely different into a trap beat. Or Dre used to do the same shit with the boom bap beats. It's like, but those samples aren't from rap. Like they didn't come from rap. Where do you think they came from?
Dre was the best. He would mix up all that
all you
West
hear
Coast
is that one
funk and
melody,
all that
man.
shit.
It's all it takes, and then you go like, all right, I can chop it up, bop, bop, bop,
and you beat it to
all right,
death.
and then drums.
Great producers will sample anything. Like anything. I'm not there yet, obviously, but
that's the fun of it. You want to.
We're both in trading, Padawan.
One of my favorite songs is Mike Shinoda's song, and him and somebody else just in the kitchen with like a lighter and like
Shinoda's the truth.
And they made like a whole fire ass song just like with random like tapping shit.
Yeah, Shinoda's the fucking truth.
It'd be like that, bro.
I have to learn how to record sounds like that. I'm always nervous.
It's ridiculous.
Use your phone, bro. I use my phone to get some wild sounds. I use my phone. That microphone on the iPhone. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't got an iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone. I
use the microphone to remember my flow.
Son. So when I drop that MP3
you gotta use that
and I got
Tully.
that recording thing for you, I got you, son.
Bet.
I got.
That's another thing. You just brought that up. Yo, there's an app called Tully. I tell everybody about that shit. If you have an iPhone, app called Tully is dope. It's like Notepad, but
it's on Android too.
You can. Oh, it is dope. Even better. You can import like beats from Dropbox on it, and you could record audio onto like different notepads,
this
like
is
different
not
notes.
An ad. Pay us.
Yeah, facts. Not a sponsor.
Facts. But yeah, Tully is definitely clutch. Like you can do a lot.
Yeah. There's a lot of different apps like that now, and it's crazy. There's even apps that like give you words to rhyme, and I thought that was kind of weird. Like
Rhyme Book.
That's kind of Like I was like,
that.
What the hell?
I actually know someone who does that.
It's because like I walked I was with these people one time. I was about to record a song, and then one of them looks at me and he's like, I'm writing my verse, and he's like, yo, you don't use, I can't remember what the name was, but he's like, you don't use fucking whatever the fuck it was called. I was like, no, like what's that?
What is that?
Like, oh, it shows you how to rhyme. I'm like, man, I don't need that shit to tell me how to rhyme. What the fuck? Like,
if you need that shit, like just stop, bro. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like I should have. He's lucky I didn't walk
just
right out
go.
The studio
Just go read the dictionary. Do what.
Now I use one when I'm writing on my phone. I use one that does help me. It highlights the different rhymes in different colors.
That's different. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
wait, you got an app that does it to your rhymes?
Yeah, like
that's sick.
I can write the shit in Notepad, copy and paste it into the app, and if I organize it'll tell me.
I just want to see how crazy because I'll be writing some shit and I'm like, this is
bro.
trash.
It tells me how many syllables. It tells me how many syllables.
Yo, send me this app. Send me this. Yeah, I'm about to rap seminar myself. Send me this app, bro. This is interesting to me. Send me this app.
I think I see.
Mine, the one I use is called Lyric Notepad.
Lyric Notepad.
I'm on Android. So.
I'm not a rapper.
This one also has an option for the dictionary thing too.
Oh no, I'm not.
No.
Not even close.
Oh shit, they got it on here. I'm about to rap seminar myself. This is fire.
My voice and I hate rapping.
I actually got to put Johnny on.
You put me onto something. I'm always on my phone. You put me onto something. I respect that. But yeah,
I've been working. This is
I see you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with writing, man. Music is a beautiful thing, bro. But yeah, man, that's fucking sick, man. But yeah, man, an hour flew by.
It did.
It flew by, but that's a good interview when someone can talk back to and we can get into it. That's a good one. We've had some people where it's like pulling teeth, bro. It's like miserable. But
I still think that's crazy that Chuck Stranger is like, hey, he was here though. Like y'all have that under your belt.
But it was like, but it hurt. It was like, to me, it was like, as we're like, yo, we're so hyped. We got our first like kind of nice
and
name.
And then it's just like, and then wow, it was like,
and then the interview didn't do shit.
Yeah.
It was miserable, bro. But it happens sometimes. But yo, man, we appreciate you coming and chop it up with us. If you have anything you want to drop, let people know what's coming next, your tags, all that good shit, man. Do the rap thing.
You can find me on Instagram, 2_ Apollo, 2_. You guys can find me on SoundCloud. I'm gonna distribute my shit pretty soon. My shit's done with SoundCloud already, so I'm gonna distribute it on everything else, all the other platforms. And yeah, I got shit coming on the way. I can't say too much, but I got shit coming on the way.
Hey, man, you know who you can hit up when that shit's coming out the way. We can set something up nice for you, man.
Oh,
yeah, you want to give us that early preview too.
Yeah, we're always with that. We like to do the schedule stuff for people who ask for it.
Y'all let me know. I'll give you all my unreleased shit. You guys can tell me
we can let us know.
Before it's released if it's trash.
No problem. No doubt, man.
Hey, man, don't release this. Okay.
Yeah, like, hey, bro.
There's a few
honestly,
people that run shit by
between me
us.
and you, bro, like you shouldn't put this out. Like, it's better for you and your career. Just do it.
Just don't do it.
And then you're gonna ask me to review it, and then I'm gonna have to tell you it's trash in front of everybody, and then it's gonna be worse for it. Like, just don't.
Don't do that to us.
Don't do that to us. Like, you're putting us in a bad position.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yo, man, we really appreciate you chopping it up, man. But I'll let you know when this drops. I told you Wednesday and all that good stuff. But yo, we appreciate it, man. Salute to that, man. We already follow you, and we
and let me know when you want to get me back on the podcast. Yeah, I'll hop back on this.
Yeah, you can hop on as a guest host with us. You could talk some shit about albums we reviewed with us, man. We can have a good time with that.
Whenever you want.
Oh, no doubt. I'll let you know, man.
Word. All right, sounds good.
All right, man. Peace.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. That's a good use.
I just threw up an awkward thumbs up because I was trying to get my phone to work. Just like
I just hear like, I am a real American.
That's right.
I could be the greatest ever, I know there ain't nobody that really measure. I make them feel pressure, no smoking, no pressure. I stay in the level, my name is Dexter. I sit with the legends, and you cannot enter. You see me succeeding, you form a vendetta. Because I am better and headed to get it. I'm ready for smoking, anytime it's whenever. And don't you come talking to me. Y'all be fugazi is driving me crazy, you soft and you weak. Murdering verses I do on the daily, I'm slaying them all. I go off in the beat, and when Paulo be rapping, the audience over their seats. And the hardest they seen, and nothing you could offer to me. No, I do this shit off for the team, for the family, the squad, and the dreams. Back on my shit, what the fuck is you thinking? Rip on my ship, and now I'm never sinking. I'm balling so hard, see me flex on my demons. I murder the devil and took where his seat is to keep in the hip hop, and I'm never leaving. Just stacking achievements, you lacking the meaning. Addicted to murdering beats, and I'm not even playing this real. I be actually feeding it. Get off my dick, you are not with this shit's on the top of the list, and the hottest to spit. Paving the way, make them all wanna quit, and make all of my kids them as hard as it gets. Did you ride with a tip, but you soft and I'm not. You involved with a threat. Make sure you cautious when talking about me. Cannot take the throne, cause you not with the best. Know that I'll follow up next. I'll be as real as it gets. Leaving them all in the casket. If anyone wanted, I got all the smoke, they could get it when I walk through.